We should probably reintroduce ourselves just so.
That would
Yes.
help.
Hello, everyone. I am your DM, Anthony.
Okay.
Hi, Anthony.
I
Welcome to
know
AA.
Hello.
I've been a DM for way too fucking long now, and it's a pleasure to meet you all.
I am Angie. I decided I wanted to play D&D, and I grabbed Anthony, Kira, and Nathan and said, make people do this.
That's pretty much what you did.
Yeah.
Nice. Wait, who are you playing, Angie? That would be helpful too.
Oh, I'm playing Shia, a tiefling bard.
Oh no. My brain just connected Shia LaBeouf, and now it's stuck.
Or maybe that was the plan all.
Oh, I
I
love
don't like that.
Alright, I'm gonna go next. I'm Kira. Hello. I know Angie.
Hi, Kira.
Hi. I know Angie. I know Anthony. I brought Amira here. I am going to be playing Eveline James, our Aasimar paladin.
Okay. I suppose I will go. Yes, hello. My name is Nathan. I am playing Devin, the Wood Elf Rogue.
Nice. Wait, so is it Nate or Nathan? Because you're saying Nathan.
I don't care. Just choose one. Nate's shorter. I don't really mind which one you use.
Hello. My name is
Hi.
Amira.
Hi,
Um,
Amira.
My
Hi.
character's name is Juniper, and she is a sea elf ranger.
So Marisha is a noble in a Sylvan Grove. So she's a little mouse who is with a big attitude, first of all, and is going to go to the outside world full of giants to try to get some answers. She's also a monk. So but
A mouse that's a monk. Interesting.
yes.
So we are in Tom and Jerry. Okay.
We don't have a cat person in our party. At least
Yes.
yet.
No.
What is your character's name?
Marisha.
Thank you.
And your name's Victoria.
Yes.
I already
Hello.
wrote that down.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
just
I
saying
actually
it
should
for
have written it down.
effect.
I'm glad that other people write stuff down because I never do.
I probably should. I just
You
have a
got it.
note on my, I have a note on my phone full of Homer Simpson drawings.
Perfect.
Very
You're the
well.
most prepared out of all of us.
I wish I was joking.
How did you know that the final boss is Homer Simpson, and the way to defeat him
Perfect, I
is by
can draw
saying
him.
his quotes?
Oh, you mean dough? That's pretty much it.
The final
Okay.
enemy is Big Boy Donuts.
The final boss is Shaggy.
Well then, shall we get started?
I suppose. Let me
Yes.
turn off my music.
I welcome all of you to the continent of Etrazia, a
A what?
What?
What did anybody else
did I
say?
fucking stutter out?
Yeah.
Shout out to classic Discord D&D sessions when the
Yes.
exhibition starts and they all say, "Could you repeat that?" All right. So, this is the world of Etrazia. It's a world of my own design. Its own unique history, gods, and everything else that goes with it. The continent itself has been home to humans and other notable races for thousands of years now. But over the last 200 years, the two major empires of the continent have been on and off war multiple times. About 50 years ago, the last of the wars ended, and a banner of peace and prosperity has now been rung, though many, especially the races that tend to live longer, such as elves and dwarves, do very easily remember the previous conflicts, and as such, tensions can still run a little high in areas. But due to the nature of 200 years of war, a lot of history has been lost to time. And as such, a little over 50 years ago, the profession of adventurer became commonplace. So much so that most major cities have at least one or two guilds full of adventurers in them. It is now a competitive market for wannabe adventurers to get into, either to join guilds or forge guilds of their own. Many take to this life to seek greatness, fortune, fame, or just the thrill of adventure itself. And that's where all of you come in. For various reasons or what have you, the Call of Adventure does seek you. And our story begins in the town of Glenmeadow. Right over here. It is a decent-sized town, more a city than anything else, with a population of about 20,000 and steadily growing. It's become a major trading hub, as it is the closest major city to the capital of Goldcliff. And the main road that passes through Glenmeadow sees travelers from all over the world. Our story begins as a caravan of merchants finally ends here, waiting to pawn off what goods they can before making it the final week-long trip to the capital. And the few number of people for hire that they picked up along the way. As Evelyn and Marisha hop off one of the carts that they had been helping to protect, and also to at least gain a little bit of rest for their feet along the journey. You collect the paltry sum of gold that the merchants had promised you for the quote-unquote guarding of the caravan. And the two of you are left in the middle of the thoroughfare. As we move over to the busy streets of Glenmeadow.
Wait, are we like all together already?
No. Currently, it is
Okay.
just you and Marisha, the small mouse girl.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I make these like pictures of the profile stuff on Roll20 be minimized?
Yes. The gear in the corner where it says My Settings.
Yeah.
If you scroll down to where it says Game Settings, you can see Chat Avatars. There's a drop-down menu where it says Names Only.
Thank you.
Yeah, plenty of space saving.
Okay, so I am with
Me.
what? Oh, that was Nate. Okay, so I'm with Marisha.
Mhm.
Okay. How did this happen? Okay. sorry.
Like, were we with the same traders or like traders
You-
that ended up
So
on
you
the
both
same
hitched a
route?
ride on you both hitched a ride on the same caravan, mainly
Got
because
you.
you just happened to be in the same area at the same time.
Okay, that
So
makes sense.
It was a couple days travel, but you two didn't really get the chance to talk all that much, other than
Okay.
just getting at least a first name basis.
Sure. Okay. So, I guess Evelyn will turn to her and go, "What even are you?"
How rude. I am a Jardine.
A what?
You have never heard of Jardine?
No, clearly not. I would not be asking you if I had.
Odd. From what I remember, we are the captors of all the colonies within the Sylvan Enclave. I mean, sometimes we trade with the pointy giant, but otherwise, all I know you to be is a giant, so is fair.
Oh. Okay, well that's rude because I'm definitely not a giant.
She looks at her like how tall she is and like looks over at you. Are you sure? Giants are said to be towering over other creatures.
Well, you're not a normal creature.
I am perfectly normal. Only my attitude differs slightly.
Okay, have you heard about Ilmater, our Lord and Savior?
What is the Ilmater?
Well, he's just the best god on the planet in the universe.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a sick tomato. I apologize. I do not mean to. The
A
only
sick
god.
tomato? Do you have hearing problems because your ears are so small?
I do not have hearing problems.
Okay. So,
I just never heard that name before.
all right. That's all I need to know.
Have you heard of Cilicia?
I'm not interested, thank you.
Interested.
And Eveline will kind of start to walk away, like a person just shoved a pamphlet for Jesus in front of her, and she said, no thanks.
Which is funny because that's like what you did to her. The irony of it all.
Oh, man.
Marisha, this very rude lady just kind of asked you your business and then told you off and just walked away after.
She is considering, is this like normal giant culture? Like, she is slightly confused. She's gonna contemplate it in the middle of the road.
You almost get run over by a horse, considering you are much shorter than everyone else, and you are very hard to see among the crowds.
How rude! I was here first.
Many don't seem to pay you any mind.
Where do you go in a place like this? I've never seen wooden buildings such as these. She's going that way.
Same direction as Eveline?
A random direction, yes.
Random direction. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Eveline, any idea where you'd like to be heading? Any goals?
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, God, right? So we're definitely heading towards a church, a temple, a religious place of some capacity.
Roll me a investigation
Oh my god, it's
check.
happening.
First roll of the campaign. Make it a good one.
Oh no. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh good, let's see.
A 15.
Oh my god.
Hey, not bad. Not bad.
Thanks, I did absolutely nothing to do that. It just happened.
You asked some of the locals, and from the few that you talked to, you learned that there are a handful of temples and other churches here in town to a variety of the various goddess and gods that look over Atrazia. The largest of the temples here in the city is known as the House of the First Light. It's a temple to the I think that was the imposter who popped in and then didn't say anything.
Hmm.
The House of the First Light is a temple dedicated to the twin gods of Areus and Ulene, the gods of the moon and sun.
Okay.
But you hear of no temple or church to Ilmater in town.
Well, I already knew that. Okay. Yeah, so she'll just go to any temple. So that one works, the House of the First Light, and she'll just kind of eavesdrop around, listen to what people are talking about, listening to what people are, praying, that kind of thing.
Okay. You do definitely understand when you first reach the large building. It's almost cathedral-esque, a little smaller than a grand size, but there's plenty of beautiful stained glass with depictions of the sunrise and sunset that is popular to the worship of these gods.
Okay.
And you want to do a little bit of eavesdropping?
Yeah, I'm going to do some eavesdropping. I kind of want to see, if I can kind of pick up on what these folks are all about, if there's any specific prayers that they're mumbling.
Okay.
I'm kind of trying to make that comparison to how close is this to my religion.
Okay. The majority of prayers that you hear are kind of just prayers of and pleas for protection. As we are slowly getting into the autumn months, and as the winter months draw near, people will always worry about safe crops and the long nights, which can bring more dangers. The cold winters. Couple of people praying for loved ones who had gone afar.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty generic stuff, all things considered.
Okay, so Eveline will set up shop and pray for a little bit, and then after a while, she'll try to hunt down like the head priest or whatever is here.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Marisha, you kind of just bounded your way through the city's streets. Not really sure where you're going. Not really caring where you're going. You're just going.
Yes, it's all set up so weird.
It's very maze-like. Though to most people, they can handle it pretty well since the entire town is pretty much bisected by the main road. Though you do end up getting lost. After a couple of minutes of just winding through various alleyways and side streets, you come to a small kind of pavilion area where a decent enough crowd has gathered, and they seem to be giving some soft cheers and applause, and it piques your interest, especially to your little mousy ears. You weave your way through the legs of many people until you eventually get close to the center of the crowd, where you see a red-skinned girl in very fascinating attire playing with this strange metallic hoop as she swings it around her body and circles like around her neck with it, doing all these acrobatic stunts. Shia, what are you up to as you're pleasing the people around?
Welcome all to my show. I know I am very exciting. Please stand back, as I should be the only one getting hurt in my show. It's very entertaining.
There's
And
a soft chuckle through the crowd as you give that word of warning.
I will start to swing the hoop on my tail as I start to do a little pat with my drums. I'm just trying to do a little song to get everyone like bounced in.
After a little bit, there's definitely a little like kind of rhythmic clapping along with the beat of your drums, and a bit of bobbing of heads, and a little more laughter passes through as you get the crowd starting to rile up.
And then I am going to use thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make like strong winds flash by as I throw the hula hoops up. I'm gonna make my eyes like change colors. I'm gonna be like really extra.
Roll a performance check.
Pretty
Not your grandest-
shitty for a bard.
Not your grandest, considering your previous arrangements and the general cramped atmosphere that you have. You're trying your best, and definitely not to hurt anyone. Though the majority do seem impressed.
To try to get like kids to clap along with the music. I'm like, yes, it's very entertaining. You should learn how to do acrobats when you're older.
A lot of the younger crowd do seem the most interested, though. You do see quite a few mothers making sure they keep their hands like in front of their chest and pulling the back away from the spectacle itself, just in case things go awry.
Marisha's head is like exploding at the moment. She's like, what is this? Like, she has never seen this kind of spectacle before. Is this like worship to like the sick tomato, or no,
I'm sorry, but sick tomato for ill mater is the funniest thing that's ever going to happen.
I am so glad that was the very first interaction.
Game over. GG, everyone.
Like, we're done. Good night. Like,
Poggers in the chat. Let's go home.
Can I
oh, yeah.
climb up and like cast featherfall to do a bunch of like twists and
Make an athletics or acrobatics to climb a nearby street lamp.
acrobatics it is.
Damn.
Less using your actual body strength to climb the pole, you go for a running start and use the momentum to, very similarly to how a stripper climbs the pole with her thighs, you swing your way all around it to the top.
It's something I'm very used to. I kind of like use that momentum all the way to the top and toss myself off to do like a barrel roll and land with the hula hoops in my hands.
And the spectacle does get a good cheer throughout the entire crowd. You've attracted many eyes, including the eyes of a certain sea elf.
yes. Wait, is that me?
That is you, Juniper. The spectacle has also caught your attention, and you've made your way to the crowd. What thoughts are going through your head as you watch this display?
So much like Ariel in The Little Mermaid. I mean, Juniper grew up like mostly in the water and stuff, but spent a really long time like studying and like looking into like life on land. And so she like, when she was old enough to like leave, has kind of split her time between land dwelling and sea dwelling, but she's still like very fascinated with what people can do like on land versus in water. So I think she's kind of watching this and just kind of like amazed at the fluidity that like she could very easily get in water but like does not have on land. So she's just kind of like watching in amazement at like this whole spectacle, and just like it's not what she's used to seeing. So she's just like, whoa, dope.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, thank you. If you have any money, I appreciate any tips. Yes, I am grand, I know.
You have a little probably like a little like baggie or a somewhat decent sized sack near the foot of where you are. A couple of people come over at the performance and toss in what they have. All in all, it equates to like 12 silvers.
Heck yeah. I'm rich, I say out loud.
The performance eventually does come to an end, and you thank the crowd, give a big bow as you're used to doing. Good round of applause, but they all slowly begin to make their way, leaving very few onlookers.
I end up staying. I'm still trying to like work this out. So they paid her afterwards. So is this a ritual, or it is? I don't understand. What is going on here? She's just mumbling to herself.
I'm just going to start playing my lute as I am like looking at my coin, feeling really pleased with myself.
Marisha comes in and walks up to what's your character's name again?
Shaya.
Shia. She's like, you see her trying to formulate words. She's like, what ritual was this?
Ritual?
Yes, ritual.
Dancing?
Dancing. Interesting. We use dancing for other methods where I'm from.
Well, I'm like really trained in it, and it's more like acrobatic dancing. It's also very different where I come from. But it's a pleasure to meet you.
So, for
Well, you're cutting
being
out.
favorable.
Oh,
That's the first time a giant has actually said that to me. I appreciate it. She gives a small bow. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, man.
Victoria, we're losing you.
Oh no, did you lose me?
Yeah.
What did you hear last?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh. Wait. So, did you hear the whole conversation?
The majority of it, and you go, it was a pleasure to meet you, and then you cut off.
Oh, it's the first time that a giant has actually told me that.
Oh, well, I'm not a giant, I'm a tiefling, but I've never seen a mouse talk before. So, like, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Oh, my kind are blessed by the Arin, and so we work with the Fae.
Oh,
Mm.
I don't know what that is.
I am a Jerbeen.
She nods, like, absolutely pretending to know what that is.
You have heard of my kind?
Oh, totes, yes.
Intriguing. The only kind that we normally talk to are the pointy giants.
Which ones are the pointy ones?
The one with the pointy ears.
Oh, we just call them assholes.
Oh, so they were called assholes.
Yes, that's the name of the race. You should remember that forever.
Okay, yes, they were.
Good thing that in the future you're gonna have to
The,
deal with us.
the,
I don't like where this is going.
speaking of which, the aquatic asshole hears all of this, as she has not left the area
Yeah,
yet.
she's like, I was just saying, like, Juniper is like chilling, and she's like so confused by this like this little mouse who's like talking because like, I mean, she's a ranger, so like, you know, naturey stuff, but she's like, is this a hoop bard a ranger? Like, Is she a druid? Like, how are we talking to a mouse? Why do I understand this mouse? This only usually happens with sea creatures. So she's just sitting there, just kind of like so confused by this talking mouse.
Yeah, like you started
Like,
watching the
talking to animals, not weird for her. Talking to animals without purposely talking to animals, weird as fuck.
yeah, it's like you came into this and you're like, oh, that was a pretty cool dance and demonstration. That was awesome. And then you just see this mouse walking on two legs with brightly colored hair and wearing clothes. This 4-foot tall mouse.
No, 2.
And, 2-foot tall mouse. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you are actually very short.
Yes, I am very short.
And your brain is just trying to process now. Because you know mouse. You've seen mouse. This is not regular mouse. How is this mouse? And you're just now staring. And then, like, it's talking mouse. It's just all these, like, literal caveman thoughts trying to put sense of it all.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I hear somebody call me an asshole.
Understandable in most languages.
I want to approach.
Mhm.
And just be like, excuse me? Nice performance.
Oh, thank you.
I don't appreciate being called an asshole, but I mean, I guess that's probably fair, so.
It's not your fault. There are many before you that have just made it that way.
Is that
true.
not the name of... Wait, so they're not pointy giants, or are they not assholes? What? She, like, turns to Amara's character. She's like, what are you?
Well, I'm a sea elf, but what I think you are referring to as pointy giants are just elves.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
And some of us, I guess, can be assholes, although I'm assuming that most people can be assholes, not just elves.
That's also true.
So is asshole a title, or is it
Oh,
a
yes,
race?
you have to earn it.
Yeah. Usually you don't try to earn it. It just sort of happens.
You kind of just become that asshole.
What does that mean?
I will tell you when we see one, and it will... You'll see. You'll see.
Okay.
I don't like where this
Am
is
I
going.
gonna be the asshole guy? Like, am I gonna be the asshole?
I feel like it's gonna be one of you.
I don't like
Oh,
where this is
man.
going.
Well, nice to meet you all. Do you all want to get a drink or something?
I am so famished. I would really appreciate that.
I will
Why
buy. I
not?
just got some silver.
Cool.
What do you do with silver?
Buy things. Mostly. It's, like, really great. It's not as great as gold, but it's, like, pretty good.
Are they circular in shape?
I'll hand you a silver. Here.
Oh, so
It
kind of like
crushes
this.
her.
And she pulls out a gold coin.
Yeah. See, that's the better one.
Oh, I thought this was trash that they were just giving me as good luck.
Oh, yes, it's definitely trash, and if you have more trash, you could always give it to me, because I am a trash bag.
Oh, do you?
I mutter asshole under my breath.
So she like grabs like a handful of coins, which is like only like 3 or 4 because of her hands are so small, and she hands it to you.
Hang on. Please don't take the gold from this. I'm sorry, what is your name? And she like looks down at the mouse.
Oh, my name is Marisha, daughter of Ford.
please don't take this gold from Marisha? Maybe?
Okay, but only because he said please. Marisha, you have to, you have some learning to do. Let's go drink.
Okay,
Uh,
I am good with this.
I look down at Marisha and I ask if she wants me to carry her so she doesn't have to run or maybe get crushed. I don't know if that's disrespectful or not.
You wouldn't mind. I was told it was disrespectful to ask
Oh, I
um
mean,
taller people.
maybe some people might think so, but I don't mind. I love animals. And people. I don't know if you're an animal or a people, but you look like a mouse, and my brain is still like, this is a talking mouse.
Oh, I am. My kin is mouse that were blessed by the air elementals.
Okay,
But
cool.
I really appreciate it. And she gives you a formal bow again.
Okay, I bow back. And then I like put my hand down so she can come in my hand,
She walks onto your hand and
which is much longer than a normal hand and also webbed, just FYI.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're 2 feet tall, so this is like a little like toddler, right?
Yeah,
Are you
And-
2 feet?
she's 2 feet tall.
Oh, okay, then she gets on my shoulders.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It is like giving a ride to a small child.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
wow. There's like a whole different scene from up here.
Pretty cool, right?
Yes, it's very cool.
Also, I'm pretty tall because I'm 6 feet, so.
Hey, no, you're the giant.
Oh, wow.
Also, I just y'all seen Avatar, the Blue People movie?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's kind of what I look like.
Oh
Okay.
god.
I was like I was straight up reading the description and they're like, they're blue with like white stripes and blotches. And I was like, oh fuck, I look like I'm from Avatar.
I mean, you don't have to. I found a really cool picture of a seal if you want to use it.
I like the blue. So she's got blue skin and then she's got curly emerald hair. So like we're good.
Ooh.
I'm just like giving you an idea of kind of what I look like is like the blue people from Avatar. But
Are we gonna put our tails together and make sweet love?
What?
yes.
No, because
Obviously.
you're that asshole.
My bad, my bad, my bad.
Obviously we're going to put our tails together. Make sweet love.
Is that a cool picture?
That is,
That
a
is
good
cool.
Look at those lips. Those thighs.
But yeah, she's blue with emerald green hair. I'm gonna
Alright.
try and draw, and by draw I mean trace something eventually.
That's cool. That's cool. So
I'm a giant blue person.
the new little group picks up what little belongings that they have and begins to find a place to to grab a drink. And none of you are all that familiar with this town either.
Nope.
So, who would like to head the search for the tavern?
Oh, I'm heading it. I have no idea where I'm going, and I'm heading it.
Excellent.
The
Give me
confidence of a
investigation.
bard.
I know exactly where we need to go. It's like a really great place. See? It's this way. I promise.
Okay. The only bar that you're familiar with, because it's the first place you found when you first got to this town, is a fairly not great establishment known as the Shallow Chalice. So you think to yourself, perfect, I know just where to go, and that's where you head.
Yes.
Meanwhile, back at the cathedral,
That's me.
yeah, what have you been up to?
So I asked to look around and find like the high
You're-
priest or
You're
whatever.
looking for the high priest. All right.
Or
As it is the daytime, currently the priests of Reyes are around as they kind of swap shifts with the other priests for the goddess of the moon once the
oh,
sun sets.
makes sense.
You're introduced to a kind of younger guy, probably maybe early 30s. Short blonde hair, a little bit of a kind of soft goatee going on.
Mm.
Introduced as Dawn Greeter Ren.
Ren, cute.
Uh,
Okay.
Hello. Blessings of Areus upon you, newcomer. I hear
And
you've been looking
blessings
for
of
me.
Ilmater on you, sir.
Ah, so rarely do we see a disciple of the God of Forgiveness.
Yeah, well, I've been sent to spread his word far and wide, and that's what I'm here to do.
A noble pursuit.
The most noble pursuit, one could say.
Well, you are welcome to use the temple and its facilities if you wish. We only ask that you do not disturb those who do not wish to be disturbed.
Right. So, tell me about, it's Arrayus, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell me, tell me about your relationship with Arrayus. Tell me about your feelings towards Arrayus.
Arias is the bringer of the new day.
Mm-hmm.
The introduction to the first ray of sun upon the world. The one who grants us the light that gets us through all troubles.
Mm. Mm-hmm. And how does he make you feel?
I have been a devout follower of the sun god for almost 20 years now, and I have found much happiness in my current position, so I have not one to complain.
Mm-hmm. And do you talk with this Arrayus?
I offer my prayers, and I have received a vision or a few in the past.
Mm. Only a few visions.
The gods only give what they deem fit, and
Mm.
I am but one lonely mortal.
Yes, true to that, true to that. So anyways, I'm looking for kind of an expansion, so to speak. I'm really looking to show people the error of their ways and kind of, teach them about Ilmater and what he has to bring to the table. And I'm wondering, what would it take for you to, just have a little, someone on the side, so to speak.
A side hill
seems-
god.
He seems very confused. I'm trying to understand exactly what you are aiming here.
Mm-hmm.
You are perfectly free to set up a temple within the city as long as you can find the land to build upon or or a building to call your own. There are many temples, even small sects in the city to a variety of the pantheon.
Oh.
As for myself, though, I am a firm believer and devout of many of the pantheon, though I hold Arrayus as my primary deity.
Primary. So there are others.
Yes, I am familiar with at least enough with the works of Ilmater and the good he has brought to the world.
Mm-hmm.
as with uh, the god Lakau. Inet is a very common worship here in the city, as we are a major trading hub.
Okay, here's what I'm interested in. Here's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for to become one of many temples. I'm looking to become the temple, not myself, Ilmater, of course. And it's what I'm hearing is there's lots of competition in this city. Lots of other deities worshipped.
You wish to be the only temple in the city.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in any competition. And from what I'm hearing from you, like, you're not as devout as you say. You're talking of these other gods.
I am
I
a
don't.
devout worshiper of my faith. I'm
Ooh.
really saying that we worship a pantheon of gods. There
Ooh.
are a great many that look over our world, and you would be hard pressed to find any town or city that does not have several temples to the deities, be they good or bad.
Okay, well, you're wrong, and let me tell you why you are wrong. There is only one God, there is only one Lord, one Savior, and that is Ilmater. And I will respect what you're saying because I am indoors into a religious establishment. However, you're wrong. There is no pantheon. There's a one theon, and that's Ilmater.
I don't think that's a word.
It is now. I just made it with Ilmater's power. So, are you not interested in converting?
I should be getting back to my duties.
Oh, so you are interested in converting. Here, let me give you a pamphlet. I wrote these up myself. Here you go. And Eveline thrust a pamphlet at him.
You thrust the pamphlet like into his chest with like such force it almost knocks the wind out of him. Thank you. I will definitely read this over. As I said, you are free to spend time in the temple. Just be courteous to the other temple goers.
Okay. And at that, Eveline turns on her heel and goes, "Great! Another member of Ilmater's church," and kind of walks out of the temple. And as she's walking out, she's like, time for a nap. And just walks through the streets trying to find probably like somewhere to rest or whatever. A Panera.
Sure. Ye old Panera.
Panera.
I was laughing so hard I had to mute myself.
Gonna get herself a well-deserved Red Bull after that one.
You're making me choke on my food.
She did it. She converted him.
Fucking.
I have missed her.
Oh,
Thanks, me too.
that fucking hurts so much. I love it. You storm out the front doors of that church, fully proud of yourself. You've done a good deed for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, I need a good meal in my belly. Where am I going? And you just walk with the full confidence of a bitch who's got shit to do.
Oh, I'm so glad I took high charisma.
I would like, hey, Davin.
Yes, hello.
Hi. On your character sheet, I
Okay,
need
hang on,
you
let me go
to
back up.
roll me. Just click on the perception button for me.
Perception, I gotta find that. Hang on.
It's over on the
I found it.
left side where it says skills. Yeah. Okay.
7. Oh god. Ouch.
Yeah. You are totally caught unawares as your mind is too focused on a very, very enticing coin purse across the street, just hanging off some random dude's hip, barely attached by a string. Could be easy. No problem.
Hmm.
You've done this 100 times already. And just without even thinking, you just start walking forward, the hand already extended. When, how tall is Evelyn?
She is 6 feet tall.
Yeah. When a 6 foot tall woman just bashes right into the side of you, because she also wasn't looking where she was going.
She goes, "Oh,
Hey,
You
watch
hit
where you're
me.
going.
you hit me.
I didn't hit you. You walked
You
into
hit
me.
me. No. I was walking, and you struck me.
Well, that's strange because I recall walking and you hit me.
No.
Yes. That's exactly what happened.
No, you have no proof.
Well, you don't have proof that I struck you either.
Yes, but I am a woman of God, and what I say is automatically right.
God.
The God.
Who
The
gives a
big
shit
G.
about God?
And she kind of just starts to pray, and she prays multiple times, like under her breath.
Do you know the "what is a god to a non-believer" meme? I think we've reached it already.
Yeah. So she's just praying and kind of like spitting a little. It's kind of concerning. You might be concerned of like a seizure or some other kind of nervous breakdown.
Ma'am, are you okay? Have I overloaded your brain? Or whatever you may have in there?
You're just, and she's just choking.
I'm gonna assume not. Should I call a guard? I'm gonna call
Call
a guard.
you just struck me.
I didn't struck you. Struck,
Well-
yes.
Well, your body hit my body, and that's, so repulsive.
Well, I could say the same. So I'm gonna fetch a guard.
Okay. She
Alright.
stands there and waits for a guard
Uh,
while praying and like.
you see a couple of guards who you had already kind of noted their presence before, as you were making sure that none of them could easily see what you were planning on doing with a couple people's coin purses.
Right.
And you hail one of them over.
Excuse me, guards.
Yes, can I help you?
It seems that this lady may be having a panic attack or some sort of seizure.
Ma'am, are you alright?
He doesn't believe in God.
I don't. No, but not sure how that would cause a seizure.
Okay, ma'am, would you like to sit down, or do you need some fresh water? Are you feeling
No,
okay?
I'm fine. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Seems
Don't
that this
touch me.
lady wasn't paying attention where she was going and slammed into me earlier.
It seems like this young, I don't even know how old this thing is. This thing was walking and walked into me.
I was going to the tavern. I just don't know where I am.
I was going. Oh my. Do you see what this is?
No.
Do you see? And
Looks
she kind of like leans in close. She's like,
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Devin.
Guess what, Devin?
Yes. Gonna be rude,
This
not even
is-
provide your name.
This is divine intervention. We were supposed to meet on this day. You're going to the tavern. I'm going to the tavern. This is God's work.
God is cruel.
yes, sometimes. Yes, absolutely.
I suppose this could be divine intervention for whatever divinity there may be.
Divine intervention caused you to strike my body with your body on this day.
Hold on now. Strike is a very hard word.
Devin, let me buy you a drink, please.
Ah, you're paying? Hell yeah, let's go.
Okay. We go.
No! Let it happen.
Luckily enough, Devin, you've been in town at least long enough to know where the nearest tavern is, and though it is not a great tavern by any means. A free drink is a free drink, and the faster you get this over, the faster this lady might be out of your hair. So
Exactly.
you point her in that direction.
Should I roll?
How much money do I have?
Your starting goal should, I believe, be like 10 or 15.
Yeah. How
Cool.
much do I? Is that for everybody?
Yeah, you have 15, Devin.
Okay.
It's based off your background, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what do I roll for something?
No, you already have it. It's on your character sheet.
You live here, so you know where you're going,
Oh, okay.
right? That's what we were saying.
Yes. I'm getting used to it now. I'm learning. It's a learning experience.
Mhm.
1 second, I'm about to tell my mom all this shit just happened. Give me a second, I'll be right.
When the stupidity is so good, you have to tell your mom how good it was.
In the middle of it, you can't wait.
Yes, in the middle of the session.
I am already loving the dynamics we have going here. And we haven't even introduced the Chaos Child to the Paladin.
The Chaos Child. Uh-oh.
Wait,
Oh,
which one's
no.
the Chaos Child? Is that Angie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
My alignment just says chaos.
Oh, perfect.
So where were we? I was bringing her to the tavern, right?
Yes. I'll wait till we get a word in from Victoria before we let this shit hit the fan.
Can I just say it progresses at least?
Mm-hmm.
Follow me here, wench. We're gonna get my drink.
Did you just call me a wench?
Nope, your ears must be failing you.
Oh yeah, I have 10 gold. Okay.
I especially love that Ilmater is canonically the god of mercy and forgiveness.
Yeah.
And
Ironic.
the 6th tomato.
This
And the
is
tomato. Iconic.
That's my favorite thing now. The sick tomato.
Oh man.
Who would have thought? My god would become god of tomatoes.
I hear ill mater and I read it in my southern accent. That right there's the ill mater.
I just keep thinking of fucking the Cars movie. My name
Yeah,
is
Tomater.
It's like his name is Mater. It's like tomato without the t.
Yeah. Oh, I should specify I am from the south. So,
Me too.
yeah, I'm from Florida. So
From Georgia.
I live in
Hmm.
Florida.
where?
Um,
If it's not the panhandle, I'm not interested.
okay.
No offense.
I live by Tampa.
Okay, I've been to Tampa.
Tanda.
So you're
I've been to Tampa.
I've been down
okay
to
with it.
Tanda.
I've been to Tampa. It's all right.
All right.
I was like
Uh,
8, but
So, oh god, so many names to remember. So Evelyn, though Devin kind of points you in the direction of the tavern, you think to yourself that you're the one leading him there.
Oh, of course I do.
Yeah. A little while earlier, the trio of Juniper, Marisha, and Shia had also found their way to this tavern. Kind of nestled between a back alley. It's a like 2-story building. Nothing really fancy. The hanging sign out front with the simple shallow chalice and a old kind of wooden motif that is heavily falling apart at this point.
Oh, this
An
is
old
like the
rotting
best
building.
place in the entire city, I promise. It's like really great.
Is it for real? Is this an impoverished city?
No, this is actually really rich.
So they put on a facade
Yes.
to yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Mm. They don't want other countries stealing their money.
Exactly. You can't flaunt everything.
I see.
You enter the establishment. You Juniper carefully ducks so as not to hit the mouse's head on the door frame.
We're like fucking 2 things stacked up in a trench coat.
Which you quickly realize upon entering the establishment, you probably had to put her down because of low ceilings.
Like
Um,
8 feet tall now.
Yeah, and the ceilings are maybe 8 feet at most,
Yeah.
with a couple exposed beams that you definitely know she'll hit her head on if you see it up there.
I set her down.
The interior doesn't really look like a tavern by any means. It looks like kind of just someone's living room that has been converted almost. Decent size, considering most of their buildings around here. And a good amount of tables set up with only like 2 other day drinkers around, some pretty sad looking individuals who one already looks like he's passed out in his cups and the other one is just kind of sad drinking by himself.
I point at them and go like, those are 2 of the most important people in the whole town.
Are they for real?
Yeah.
I just like I like imagine I'm standing like where Shia can't see me, but Marisha can, and I'm just like shaking my head no.
That works with my 5 wisdom. You can be standing in front of me and I wouldn't see it.
The singular bartender, who looks as bored with life as anyone could be, is this kind of gruff looking guy, maybe like mid-40s, hair starting to gray, pretty greasy. Total 5 o'clock shadow going on. He's not even paying attention. He's just like in a stool behind the bar, leaned back against it, sees you all come in. Welcome. Can I get you?
Thank you very much. I am so glad to be here in this wonderful place. It is an honor. I would like elderberry wine, please.
Ale?
You see his, you can barely see his eyes from your position on the floor, by the way, Marisha. And he kind of just like picks his head up a little bit, just raises his chin to look down at you, lowers it again, and looks up at the 2 taller women. So what'll it be?
Ale.
Just water.
2 ales and water.
Well, what about the elderberry wine?
He's ignoring you.
Oh, you see, the elderberry is like a curse word. It's very rude. He's offended.
It is. I apologize. That is my bad. I apologize for using a curse word at you. I wish to take it back.
He says nothing, but the guy who was passed out drunk kind of and just goes right back to sleep.
No, he seems like a not nice person, so you don't need to apologize to him. It's fine.
You're not supposed to apologize when you've done something wrong.
No, just you apologize to the nice people.
But you said he was a very nice guy.
Is that
Yeah.
Sombra?
I hate to tell you this, I lie a lot. It's kind of what I do.
What were you lying about? So I know which thing to take back.
Oh man, it's nearly impossible to tell you what I've been lying about.
I just like look down. I go, this is probably not the nicest place in town.
Oh no,
these
that
people,
part was true.
These people could be important. Most likely, just important to this one specific establishment. Also, elderberry, fine word to say. This place just kind of sucks a little, and they probably only have ale. Also, he could be racist, but I'll just go with the ale thing.
You guys are sitting at the table as he comes over with 3 mugs, puts the 2 ales in front of you 2, which, by the way, Marisha, the mug of ale is almost like the size of your head. and puts a mug next to you, though you can tell by the clear liquid inside that it is indeed water. And he looks over, and he just looks at you, Juniper. Not racist, not the nicest place in town.
Come on, dude. I was trying so hard for you.
We only have ale.
My
Yes.
apologies.
Don't mention it. And he just kind of gives like a half nod and makes his way back behind the bar. When
She's going to attempt to drink out of this. It's
I don't know how to make a roll for someone trying to drink out of a cup the size of their head.
okay. I actually have
got
a gift for this.
Constitution.
He has a silly straw.
I would say just roll a d20 and let's see how well you fucking do.
Nah, bro, she's got a silly straw.
We really need to get her one. We need to give you a sippy cup.
A sippy
Oh
cup.
Oh my god, sippy cup.
Like a sippy cup lid on a mug that big.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like this.
Yeah, like
Yep.
what is the check you make for that? Like this is a d20 roll. This is a
I'd
straight
say
d20
that's
roll.
like fucking finesse, though. Finesse that. Dexterity it.
It's a strength check.
Nah, this is just straight d20. See
Alright,
where the
do
dice
it.
lie.
Do it.
It's such a disturbing gift.
13.
It does not spill everywhere, though you can definitely feel some of it running down your cheeks. The other two are pretty just impressed by the feat that this small mouse is doing.
I am clapping.
I apologize. This is not how I normally drink. It's you like see her like lick her cheek, lick her hand to wipe her cheek, try to like, hold herself gracefully.
No, you're a champion. Go for
I-
it.
I think maybe you should give her one of your silver because she's putting on a show.
Hell yes, I'll give her a silver, and then I will drink all of my ale with her.
So she's trying to. It is interesting taste. I've never had this before. In my hometown, we only make wine or absinthe.
Well, that's a combination.
Mm.
Like together, or
Sometimes. Faye really like absinthe, so we've learned to make it with and for them.
oh, you have to tell me more about the Fae. That sounds like really fun.
But very fickle. You kind of remind me of one, actually.
Really?
Yes.
I'm a Fae. I need another ale.
You wave the bartender, who just kind of nods and starts getting the next one ready. As the front door opens and you see, Marisha, you see a familiar face dragging a man behind her.
Oh, shoot, I'm getting my accents mixed up. That is the one who worships the sick tomato.
Oh.
As she says that, Evelyn, you burst through the front of this establishment in full confidence, and you hear "sick tomato," and your eyes instantly lock down on the same small creature you had left previously.
What was that?
Oh God.
What do you mean?
Sick tomato.
Sick tomato.
Why are you worshipping a sick tomato?
You worship a shit. Your god is a
I'm
sick
not.
tomato.
She snaps at you. I'm not worshiping a sick tomato.
I don't know. She said you worship a sick tomato.
Yeah, and the mouse is not wrong. She's actually really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, always trust a mouse. They have natural instincts.
She called me a giant.
I mean,
I'm
And?
look at
clearly
her,
not
you
a
are.
giant.
To her, almost everything is giant. You got to be respectful. No offense.
I-
Miss
Devin.
No,
who
it's
are
okay.
you?
I learned that there is a race called elf.
Oh, that's what this lady is.
They're not point
A race called. I'm sorry. Say that again.
You're cutting out, yeah.
elf. Elf.
Oh, an elf? Okay.
Elf. Oh.
Okay, let me.
And
Can I
you-
retract my previous statement then?
You learned about tieflings too, right?
Oh.
Oh, you
What
learned
are
about
tieflings?
elf.
It's me. I'm a tiefling.
That's intriguing. What? Are they all like you?
You're cutting out again.
Am I?
I think so.
Give me 1 second.
Oh
Oh.
dear.
Anyway,
You killed her.
Tieflings
Oh.
are, yes, they're not as great as I am. I am like one of the greater ones. But yes, tieflings are many like me. I think, besides for me, I was your first example of that asshole. I think we found the second one.
Which,
I
As
looked
you're
down.
as you're saying this, the bartender is putting the new mug of ale in front of you. Looks over to the two new. Busy today.
Sparky!
Devin, in trouble with the law again?
Nah. How you doing, old friend? Give me 2 ales.
Hmm.
She's paying.
All right, if you say so.
She's paying, so give me the good stuff.
The nicer ale, gotcha.
Yeah, that's my man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not understand. I didn't know that you were in the process of courting somebody. Do you wish us?
Excuse me.
Isn't that what you do when you offer ale?
Courting? No.
No.
I don't know this lady. She just said she would buy me a drink.
Divine intervention have brought Devin and I together after he struck me in the street.
I did not strike her. I would like to make that clear. Ugh.
Are you a woman beater?
No, I am not.
No,
the
his
leader. I
body
am
hit my body.
this lady,
That
and I
sounds
will
like
not.
sex.
That's
Oh,
That is-
in the streets? Oh my
No.
goodness, these giants! Oh,
Oh,
my
God.
gosh! She like starts to fan herself.
Wow,
Oh,
this
no,
place
no.
isn't that far from home
No, no,
after
no.
all.
No.
lady. Is
She's-
this sick tomato a god of sex?
So, no. So Evelyn
If
is
so, I'm
choking again.
interested.
She's choking. She's praying. She's very upset.
Now, if this god of sex is the ill tomato or the sick tomato, as you mentioned,
my
I am
God.
very interested in joining this religion.
Oh no.
Ew.
Could you point me in the
Yeah.
direction of the temple, my lady?
I pull up 2 extra chairs to the table. I go, please sit down and tell us about
Aha!
the sex.
New friend,
Ugh.
yes.
Technically, there already is a god of sex.
Yeah, but I don't know her.
Ah, there's a new one. God of Sex 2.
Mhm.
None of us
Electric
know about
Boogaloo.
religion.
So she kind of starts to like pinch at her skin and like kind of like hit herself a little bit. She's like really upset by
Whoa.
this.
Watch out, guys. I
Um,
think this one's a fighter.
I'm into it.
The barkeep who Devin, you've been here a couple times. You know his name is Langley.
Langley? Okay. Keep
Yeah.
that in mind. I'm going to put that in chat so I remember it.
He brings over the 2 nice ales.
Yes. Langley, my man. Put it over these table with these lovely, lovely individuals.
Quite the interesting grab there, Devin. Wish you luck with that one.
Oh, please, I'll need it. In
Ugh.
case you didn't hear, she worships a god of sex.
I hear a lot of things, Devin. And he just goes back behind the bar.
I know you do. You do. Got some busy days in here, don't you, buddy?
Juniper just kind of like holds her water glass like in front of Evelyn and is just kind of like offering it up to see if she needs some water.
Yeah. So Evelyn will take that water. She will definitely down it. And she'll kind of go, if I hear one more talk of my god as the sex god, I'm going to drag you out to the street and I'm going to beat you until you are bloody.
Hey,
Is this a part of the god of sex?
hey, maybe
I came here to
hey.
celebrate.
Hey, should you just take a deep breath, in and out.
Did you drink all this lady's water?
It's fine. It's fine.
No. You better buy her another one. Wait.
I came here to celebrate that I had a meeting today at the temple. I had a meeting at the temple, and I feel pretty good about the fact that I am converting this entire city to my religion.
You're converting
And I
the
did
entire
it.
city to the god of sex?
And I did it
Oh, I love this place. Can I move here?
all by
This place is
myself.
fun.
And she kind of starts bawling.
Whoa, I'm just messing with you, lady. Come on.
Okay, so Juniper like looks at her and is just like, so who is this god?
His name's Ilmater. He's the
Oh,
best.
hang on. You say that and I go, oh.
Oh.
I get the
okay.
sick tomato thing now. That makes sense.
Well, that makes
That-
a lot more sense.
We all
Okay.
whispered to
Anyways, and I go, I'm sorry. And what does Ilmater? What does he preach? What do you preach?
He's the god of mercy. He's the god of forgiveness. He would never have sex.
Mm-hmm.
He would never do that. She
Your
notices.
god would never have sex?
I wasn't
Sounds
trying
like
to
a
do
horror
it.
movie.
I was not trying to drink your ale stealthily.
So she notices and she goes, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't have sex. I'm just trying.
I look at
Make the world
Evelyn.
a better
You seem to not have a very fun life.
I
That's
have the
about to
most fun.
change.
Anyways, so I can't. Can you apologize to me now?
Can I apologize to you for what?
Is that-
Just having a
is
bit
that
of
how-
fun.
For calling my god of sex and tomato
I didn't
sex
say it was the
man.
god of sex. Tomatoes.
Shouldn't you just kind of forgive him? You know, mercy.
Isn't your god the
and
god
all
of
that?
mercy?
Juniper just kind of glares at
Whoa.
Devin and kind of a like, you're not helping here. Like, this woman is literally like having a fucking panic attack at a table.
All right,
Can you
all right.
please stop talking about fucking her god?
I walk back to the table and start drinking my ale.
Listen,
Anyways,
listen,
Y'all ain't no
holy-
fun.
Holy lady, whatever your name is, it shouldn't take offense to stupid people saying stupid things about your god. I'm stupid, and I say
That
very
is
stupid
true.
things.
you are.
I
that is-
am also
yes,
stupid.
yes. Absolutely, I can tell just by it. I knew that, Devin. I knew that the god put us together. My god, specifically, no other gods. There are none. My God brought us together for divine purpose, and I think that is I need to mold you, I need to shape you, and I need to break you into
Whatever you
submission to
believe
his
in,
will.
lady, but breaking me is gonna be hard.
Is that a promise?
Is that a promise, lady? Is this the... Nope, I'm not gonna say it.
I
Never mind.
do, I swear it. My new mission in life, to break what's your last name?
I don't think I have a last name, man.
Break Devin, no last name.
Okay.
Also, I find it very funny that out of everything that's happened in this group so far, out of all the weird stuff you guys are probably about to do, Devin is actually the smartest one in the group.
Yeah,
You mean
I wanna keep this hidden.
based on the stats.
Based on stats, he has the highest
Mhm.
intelligence.
Marisha
I'm gonna
is
keep that hidden for
so
now. Can I
confused.
choose to keep my noble history hidden?
Yeah, of course. By all means.
Yes, poggers. Okay.
Eh,
Get used to that word. I say it a lot.
Oh, I have friends who do as well. Trust
Can
me.
I make my last name PogChamp?
you can make
I'm
your
totally
last name
joking.
whatever.
I'm joking. Don't make it PogChamp.
I mean, you can certainly try. I'm
That's-
saying bad things will happen to you.
that's actually
Oh, yeah,
his
believe me.
title as a noble.
My noble
The
title.
champion of the dogs.
I can live with that.
No.
I actually do
No.
need to think of a noble family name though. I'll do that later.
Cool. So I guess on that note, Eveline goes, well, I don't have to stay in this town anymore. They're all converting.
What do you mean they're all
I'm not-
converting, lady? Didn't you say it was just one person?
Yep, and that's all it takes.
Wow,
That-
you're really good at your job.
You're quite confident, ain't you?
I really am good at my job, thank you. Just wait. Give this place 6 months and everyone will be worshipping Elmater.
All right.
My
I
church
guess-
sent me here for a purpose, and I did
Whatever
it.
you say, lady.
Do you
You never
plan
gave me your name.
on sticking with us for 6 months?
I didn't say anything about that.
'Cause I'm not
My
gonna
name's
be here.
Eveline, by the way. I was
Eveline.
the educator, the educator of our young disciples in my church, and I was amazing at my job. I taught all of the children to worship Ilmater, to say their prayers. I killed it, honestly. Like, I'm really good at my job, and I was so good at my
You
job that
killed
they're like,
what?
"What was that?"
You killed what?
Killed it. Oh, I
She killed the
nailed
children.
it. I did not. Okay, so I did not kill any children. I just slightly maimed a couple.
Mouse lady, she means she did it very well to her standards.
Oh
Yes.
my.
I did a good job at my job. And so they were like, "Hey, you did a really great job. We want you to go out and spread the good word and get everyone else to follow." And that's what I'm doing. And I just got a whole city in like, it's been 20 minutes. Like, I'm pretty fucking great. I mean, pretty great. I didn't curse. And then she starts to like pinch herself again.
It's the same.
There is no nice ale. It is just the ale.
I
Oh,
visibly
I
noticed that
noticed.
we are all low on ale. We're low on ale. I don't know if I
Anyways.
just said that properly. Langley, bring us some more ale.
I'm not paying for this round.
Fine.
So what are you guys all doing here? Because I'm just passing through pretty neat place, pretty good coin.
I've lived here, so I know the area quite well.
Well, then can you please tell these people how this is the best keep ever
Oh, the
in
best.
the whole place? Like, they don't believe me because I lied like once.
Devin,
Okay,
you see
so-
Langley just over at the bar, like getting the next round and just shaking his head no.
What do you mean, Langley? This is the best place. We got our good old friend Langley. We have this nice, cheap ale that is totally not the same thing.
We got these
We got
two
this.
drunk dudes passed
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, we got this lovely rotting exterior. It's not actually rotting, it's just made to look like that.
That's the aesthetic.
Yes, the aesthetic.
Why?
That's the word.
Why do they make it to look like that? I don't understand.
Some people like it to look worn down so that they can go, especially the richer crowds, like to go and see how, quote unquote, the poor live.
You never heard of grunge?
Yeah, grunge, yes, that's the
What
word.
is grunge?
It's like a dirty but
This.
on purpose.
Grunge, yes. I gesture to the entire room. This is grunge.
Okay. You see her taking notes in like a little notebook. Grunge. You see like
Where do you
her
keep that notepad, young lady?
in my purse.
You can visibly see that I am starting to get drunk.
I'm 3 L's in.
After one ale, wow, you're a lightweight.
Jeez.
No, I'm at
lightweight.
2. This is my second one.
Still.
Jeez.
Yes.
Eveline kind of looks at Marisha and goes, "You're learning a lot today."
How do you two know each other?
Oh, I was on the same
Did she bump into you too?
I don't know the good word for it, but I think traveling horses.
A caravan? Part of a merchant group by chance?
Merchant group, yes.
Ah, okay.
We came through. I'm on a quest myself.
What might your quest be?
The Sylvan Grove is dying, and so are my people. So I am tasked with going to talk to the giants and trying to find the cure.
The giants? Who might are we the giants?
Us. I
Yeah.
think.
Okay. Now you said the what? The Silicone Grove?
Silicon? What is silicon?
I don't know. I didn't hear what you said. I figured that was just the name.
Sylvan.
Sylvian. Okay. I am not going to remember that. But you said it was dying. How is it dying?
Well, all the trees and all the flowers and the people are getting sick, and
Hmm.
there's weird monsters appearing every so often.
You guys not have a proper doctor or apothecary?
We do! We are socialists.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Like Bernie Sanders?
Yes.
Who is this Bernie Sanders?
You see, he's from Vermont.
The mice,
have
people,
never-
the mice people have the best health care.
let's just fuck up your world and make you add Vermont.
Vermont.
No, it's already-
Bernie
it's already
Sanders is
there.
the
Didn't you
only
see it's past-
citizen.
It's past the Northern Ridge. All that ice, that's just Vermont.
Oh my god.
The only
Love.
citizen of Vermont is Bernie Sanders.
Well, that
He's
would make
the
it
king
a
of North.
socialist place.
That's fair.
What is socialism?
We take care of our people. Like, we make sure everyone can see the doctor, that everyone has money to spend, because if the people have money, then it circulates quicker. And
Oh, so pretty much nothing like this city.
Nothing like I've ever heard.
Never heard
I
of that.
don't know what this city is like. Though I heard it converts very easy.
It does. It does. They're doing it right now as we speak.
I wouldn't go that far. City is likes to be rough. I don't even know
Well,
the
does
background
it?
of this city.
What does that mean?
What does it
Nothing. I
mean?
don't know much.
How-
Never
And
mind.
you said I had a sex problem.
What does it mean if a city is rough? Are the buildings like scratchy, like grungy?
Well, some of them, as you can see.
Mm.
However, the poor, it's the poor are poor. It's not exactly easy being poor.
What is poor? I don't really understand that.
Poor
concept.
means you don't have much money or ability to stay alive and take care of yourself.
I chime in and just say, you know how you have those the gold circles?
Yes.
So those are worth things,
Mm-hmm.
and you can buy things like how we pay for our drinks. And if you have a whole lot of gold things, that's good. If you have no gold things, you're poor and you can't buy things, so you don't have anything. Does that make sense?
That sounds horrible. If somebody wants a drink in my city, all they have to do is ask.
Let's go to her city.
To answer your question there, Nate, the city is, I mean, it has a populace of almost 20,000, like I said before.
Okay.
And it does have a definite
The noble area versus market area,
Yeah.
etc.
so the main thoroughfare, because the city is basically just like a halfway point between everywhere else in the capital.
Okay.
So the large main street that runs through it, that is probably the richest part of town. The majority of all the big shops, buildings, everything is right along that street.
So that's pretty much like the market district, essentially.
Yeah, and the farther away you get from that center street, the kind of poorer it gets. Especially
So
on
would you
the
say we're
south end.
further away from the main street at this point?
You're a bit of ways. You're not in the like slums area by any means, but you're definitely on the,
Like the suburbs?
Yeah, between like suburbs and slum.
Okay, at the midpoint, essentially. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
All right.
and you do know where there are nicer taverns in the city. You are very familiar with the other places to drink.
Yeah,
in.
but Langley likes me.
Langley tolerates you.
Close enough.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we were doing.
I will take my 4th ale of the day.
Langley brings his the next ale over to anyone who wants it.
I'll make grabby hands.
Yes, Langley, my man. Gimme.
And looks to the small mouse girl. You know, if you got a job that needs doing, you can always go ask the guild hall.
What is the guild hall?
Well, it's where well, it's the guild hall. It's officially owned by a guild known as the Blades of Summer, and usually most of the jobs that pass through town go through them. And if they can't help you, then you can always check some of the larger cities. Goldcliff's not too far.
There are multiple cities.
Yes.
There are so many. Wait until
this-
I'll take you to my city one day. You'll love it.
Ooh, can I come? Can I come?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone here is invited. You'll
Yes,
love it.
road trip.
So, would you mind if we went to the Blade
Guild
of Summer?
You mean the guild hall, miss?
Yes. Yes, the guild hall.
It sounds really cool. I'll go.
It's all
Do
right.
they actually have a Blade of Summer?
No. That's the name of a group of people. They call themselves the Blades of Summer.
Is
I
there
don't
a
know why.
particular reason why? No, you don't know. Okay.
Not quite sure.
Okay.
I kind of feel like a babysitter
You pretty much are at this point.
to 3 of these characters. Maybe you. I haven't decided yet.
I have a nice facade going for now.
Depends on what you steal.
Be lucky I decided it was a randos coin purse first, or else it might have been one of you guys.
I was actually thinking, you was like, is it going to be one of them? No, they were already on their way to the tavern.
They don't know you're a shitbag yet.
Not yet. I don't have the race of
Uh,
asshole yet.
Excuse you. I know my own kind. Thank you.
All right. You're right. Shit, no shit.
With that,
What
I
time
down
is
my
it?
last ale, and then I get up and I stagger and I get ready to go wherever the Blade of Summer is.
Okay.
All right, we seem to be going. All right. Hey, you,
Maybe-
ill tomato lady.
Maybe we should wait.
No.
No.
Adventure is now.
We are fine. We're fine. I know where to go.
If you're leaving, you gotta pay first.
She's got it covered. What's her name? Ill tomato lady.
Marisha reaches into her bag and pulls out a handful and drops like a handful, which is like 3 or 4 gold, onto the table.
Holy
Oh,
crap!
No. Okay, listen.
Um,
I'm an asshole. I'm not going to let you do that, though.
Whoa, where'd you get all that money? You want to tell her?
My people do trade with the elves.
Oh, well, you
They
see,
like-
I
they-
am an elf.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Are you
What
also
elf?
known as an asshole too?
No.
There it is.
Some people call me that, but I think Miss Ill Tomato Lady over there.
Juniper just busted out laughing at that.
Call me what you like, but I don't know.
but don't call
That's
me
up
for
to you.
dinner.
I scoop the gold pieces back to her and I put some silver down.
All right. For
I
all
can't
the
let
drinks
you
you
pay.
guys had, I would say it also depends on how much Evelyn's actually willing to pay for.
I said I was gonna pay for Devin's drink.
Okay.
One drink. A drink. I said I was gonna buy him a drink.
You
I'm
only need.
only paying for myself and my sweet mouse child that needs help.
I guess I'll pay for myself, Langley. You win this time.
It is a silver per drink, so
Okay.
I put down a silver for one of Devin's drinks.
think I had 3 drinks.
Did water cost me money?
No, water is free.
I had,
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
I had 3 drinks, so with the wine, I
It
put down
didn't
2
taste very
silvers
good
then.
though.
I mean, I
Hold
probably
on.
usually just consume salt water, so.
Yeah, but it
Hold
tastes
on, you
kinda-
had water from here?
It was pee-pee water.
You
No,
might get sick, lady.
It wasn't.
It's like Flint, Michigan.
No, like it didn't. It didn't look off by any means, but it certainly had some kind of aftertaste to it.
Well, if you had water, you might want to be careful. You may get a little sick. I won't tell anybody else, though.
I mean,
Luckily, your body naturally filtrates water for you, so you're not
Yeah.
too bad.
like, I'm a sea elf. Like, I have fucking gills. Like, we good, dude.
You'll be fine. Just a flesh wound.
I don't know. Water can kill you. That's why you gotta drink lots of ale.
That's
Water
the
can kill
mood I
you?
like.
Water can kill you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like-
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you can drown in it, but how
no,
else?
no, ingesting it can actually kill you.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. Although
that
usually
why
usually it has to be poison, though.
No, it's just water.
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah,
Although I agree.
It is.
Ale.
I am like a scientist. I know all about this.
I really,
You're a
Yeah.
scientist?
I
really-
say as I'm staggering.
I really think. No, she's not a scientist.
I trust.
I
the,
am.
I trust the words of
Uh-huh.
science.
Have
Let's
you
go.
seen this amazing stuff I do, and I do thaumaturgy. I just make the door open. I am scientist.
Like, you see, like, Marisha is not used to that, so she gets a little nervous, but she noticed other people aren't afraid, so she uses her racial trait as a bonus to not be
I gesture
afraid.
to Shia. This is a person of science.
Oh no, drunk confidence and racial bravery.
Yeah.
Oh no. What a terrible combination.
What time is
So-
it roughly? Do we know?
About 10.
Oh, in
And then-
game or
And it's in the game.
Oh.
it's 4 in the afternoon, probably. It's
Okay.
although it is going close
Autumn,
to
right?
autumn, so yeah, the sun is just getting
So
close.
daylight savings.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little darker out.
It's perfect adventuring time. Let's go to the guild.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's funny because
I know where it is.
Marisha the mouse definitely wanted to go there for her own reasons. The 2 drunks were like, "Adventure, let's do it." Sorry, I'm still remembering all the new names. Juniper felt like she had to take care of them, so she also went along. Evelyn?
Her babysitter.
Yeah, so Evelyn's going to accompany them, if not only to keep an eye on Devin, who is now her new passion project.
Mm-hmm.
Not where
You
I
were,
thought that was going.
you were like all those women who see a guy on the streets and is like, I can fix him.
Yeah, honestly, yes. And she's going to fix him with Jesus, basically. The
So
equivalent of
you're the
Jesus.
South.
Oh, she's
I
gonna.
am the South.
She's gonna try to fix it with Jesus. However, her
Try.
success rate, if I understand correctly, is
Critical miss.
quite low.
Is an entire city.
If it could go
Evelyn-
if it could go negative, it'd be in the negative.
Evelyn doesn't live in this world. She lives in like denial.
Oh, she's very delusional. She's not well.
Oh,
So you follow along because you've made it your personal mission to see Devin through to where you want him to be.
Yes.
All right.
I have Marisha again on my shoulders if she
All right.
wants. Because I assume she's a little drunk because she's small and that a lot of ale.
Actually,
Let me.
the 3 of you that drank fairly heavily, I'd like you all to roll Constitution saving throws to see how.
Constitution.
Yeah. So on your sheet,
Saving
Devin.
throw?
Yeah, I see.
Saving
it.
throw.
You're right.
I got a 9.
I got a 6.
Oh, good.
I'm not
Okay.
as think as you drunk I am. Okay.
So none of them are doing particularly well.
I'm fine.
I am like holding my bladed hula hoops. Like, listen,
I know the way to this guild. I've seen it 1,000 times.
You scratch yourself on your
I-
blade.
you know the guild. Let's
I
go.
like the blood.
Yeah, like Marisha's like fanning herself with like a little fan.
She's patting herself with her purse.
No, like a little fan.
Handheld fan.
I'm imagining like full on like Southern Belle fan. Just,
Yeah.
I got the vapors.
while on a 6 foot tall blue person's shoulders.
I'm sweating like a sinner in church.
So, at 4 in the evening, the party of drunk fools. Thankfully, Devin is not so gone that he can't remember the directions. At least
This is this way somewhere.
you
No,
all
it's
eventually.
definitely over this way.
You sure? I think it's over here.
No,
I should
you're
grab my dice
dumb.
really
See,
quick.
I knew it. This was a labyrinth of death. This is all it is.
And is there a person anywhere? Like, there's people walking around.
There's the closer you get to the to Main Street, the more and more people begin to like kind of fill the area.
Is there someone who looks, I don't know, nice, polite,
I thought you were gonna say sober.
sober?
Sober, yeah.
The majority do look sober, in fact.
I would like to just approach somebody and ask them if they know the direction to the guild.
Oh, what do you mean? I don't really
Why
know this.
I was going there. I know
We're
the
going
way.
to.
We
It's over.
we know the way.
They're walking ahead. Hang on. I want to amend this statement. They're walking ahead of me. I hang back and
Mhm.
ask somebody, and they're too drunk to know
So you see
it.
There.
this
We're still like
woman who-
talking.
Just for funsies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn,
I just don't care that much.
So they kind of wander ahead. You're keeping your eye on them from the corner of your. You're at this point. You're like just off the main street, and there's still some. You're kind of like where the smaller shops are.
Mhm.
You catch this woman who is packing up her shop for the day, closing down the windows. You're looking for the guild hall. Yes. You go out to the main street, head towards the center of town. And then once you hit the central fountain, you want to head to the north side. It's not too far.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
With you.
So at least
She
you're like
says,
mind-numbingly ahead. Just like
is
go
that
on.
the way that Devin is going?
He's swaying in kind of that direction.
All right. Well, I'll just kind of follow them, and we'll keep going.
And I'm trying to pretend like I'm leading Devin.
Woohoo, road trip.
I need to make a DM roll real quick.
Oh god, I don't like that.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna get robbed.
Word.
I shouldn't have given that.
Because as you are all kind of making your way down now the very busy and crowded main thoroughfare, and the two drunk walkers are stumbling their way along. A familiar feeling to you, Devin, as a gauntleted hand is put onto your shoulder. And you are spun around to a town guard. Sir, how drunk are you?
Drunk? Who's drunk? I'm fine.
He can't drink. It's like a liver thing.
Does this guard have a name? Can I
You
just
don't
make
know
one?
it. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You don't know
I
his
got
name.
drunk. Good enough. He says, "Is that you, Jeremy? What are you doing? You know, I'm not drunk. What's wrong with you?"
Why don't the two of you come and spend a night down at the station?
Sir, I'm
Um,
just trying to get him home. He has a medical issue, and he cannot drink. He will die.
Yeah, I got medical. Like the big word she said.
I'm a
I,
scientist. I know these things.
Yeah,
I
she's
kind
a
of,
scientist. She's smarter than you, bro.
Like, kind of come up and just say like, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Me and this lovely woman of God
Hello.
are trying to get these, well, 3 home.
Three, I see 6.
We're not causing any problems, your guard ship. We are just walking from one place to the next. I swear it.
I will. I can try to wrangle them a little closer if they're wandering, is what's causing problems. But I don't think it's necessary to take them anywhere else.
Hey, man, you know where the guild is? It's over this way, all right?
Make a persuasion check.
Ugh,
Who?
me?
I'll say Juniper was leading that conversation.
I agree. Take the wheel.
Lord,
Like Jesus, take the wheel.
hang on. What am I?
Can she roll with advantage because I'm helping her?
Normally you would, but the 2 drunks are not helping the situation.
I got the medical
That's
papers right in my bag, okay?
Can I
Especially
use
that
team
one.
tactics? Can I use team tactics as the help action as a bonus action?
A bit late.
Oh darn.
So at 12, huh?
I rolled a 12. I'm
That's
not
above
very
average.
persuasive.
I'm persuasive.
Your friend here mentioned the guild hall. Are you members?
We are aspiring to improve this city from the inside out, much like yourself, sir. And I do that via God, of course.
Oh God,
But
here
my
we
friends
go.
here, they wanted to go to the guild hall and just see,
Juniper
like,
puts her hand over Devin's mouth.
how can we improve this city? Where some of us are new here, some of us are old, but we just love this city so much. So we're going to do what we can do.
If the 2 of you can keep them a bit more in line, just get to your place of residence quickly.
Absolutely. I have a rope.
So
Hey, I got
It might
some
be
rope.
effective.
Marisha kind of wobbly stands up on Juniper's shoulder. She gives a bow. Thank you very much for all what you do for this town. People don't notice it all the time, but I bet you work so hard. Thank you very much.
You see him about to say something as he now realized that you are an actual person and not just a stuffed animal. And
I'm straight up thought, no, God, he must think I'm insane.
and he chooses not to say anything and just looks back down at Juniper. Get them home quickly.
I'm sorry, he looks down at Juniper.
Well,
She's
he looked.
6 feet tall.
No, he had to look upwards
Oh,
to look
gotcha.
at Marisha on your shoulders, and
Got
then he
it.
looked back down to you.
Okay.
Which is still up.
You're about the same height. He's just under 6 feet.
Okay.
On your way then.
Okay, we
Yeah, you have a good day, Jeremy.
So I make sure I'm walking very close to, not in an inappropriate way, but I'm walking close to Devin to kind of corral him.
We-
I'll give you each a gold coin if you stay close. You like those thingies, right?
Gold? Oh, I'll do. I like gold.
I like gold too.
Ooh.
But you gotta stay close.
Stay. Ooh,
I heard something about rope before that I like that a lot. Are we
I
doing
like
that?
rope. I like where this is going. I like rope.
I rescind that offer.
Aw, come on.
So far.
Your God looks down upon that.
Hey, you guys want to play a game?
Game, I love
Quiet game.
games.
Okay,
Depends
it's
on
called
What
it's called the Quiet Game.
Oh, I'm really bad at that game.
I suck at the quiet game.
I used to
too
play it all
bad.
the time. My record was 13 hours. of silence.
13 out. I can't do 13 15. What were those things? Seconds.
How close are we to the guild before Juniper just walks back into the ocean and never returns?
Are we there yet?
I'm sorry. The combination of just the fucking quiet game and then 13 hours broke me. I'm so sorry. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. You do eventually see that large central fountain that the woman mentioned, and for a brief second you consider just jumping in there and living in there for a while.
Can I drink this water?
And you quickly
No.
route everyone's course towards the north side of town.
I want to drink the water.
And
Please don't drink the water.
not too long after that, you do spot a building that stands out quite a bit. At just over 3 stories tall and fairly wide. Like, maybe... like 200 feet wide, at least from the front. You know how
One
far back
football field.
I don't even know how far back it goes. Is this massive, beautiful building. The front of it has this enormous, like, embossed shield with a symbol of a phoenix on it above the front door.
I'm assuming this is the guild building.
This is the Guild Hall.
Okay.
The Guild Hall, by the way, is a colloquial name, as it is actually one of the most popular and well-off taverns in the city.
Ooh.
Oh.
But it is called the Guild Hall because it is where the Blades of Summer operate out of.
Okay.
Upon entering the establishment, it is full to the brim. You enter into this gorgeous multi-floor interior. The main seating area, which stretches a good ways back, there is a straight shot to the rear bar, which is an enormously large bar area with these massive kegs behind it. And the bartender and several barmaids hopping all around, filling orders.
I go directly to the bar.
Hang on. No, I stop you.
I
The
turned.
the line towards the bar is actually lined with several rows of these long tables. And farther into the corners are some of the smaller, like, round tables where you see people playing cards and other small games or laughing it up. The bar at the end is flanked by these 2 large staircases that go up to the second floor balcony, where even more people are kind of just carousing on the balcony and singing songs and calling down to friends down below. This beautiful chandelier hangs down the front, adorned with all these antlers of various prize game animals. The clientele is probably the biggest takeaway, though. It is people from all races and walks of life. If you can imagine it, you probably see it. And most of them are in similar attire to yourselves. This is definitely the Guild Hall, and these are the Blades of Summer.
I gesture towards the building while looking at the party. See, I told you we'd make it. We knew where we were
Yeah,
going.
I led us here at chorus.
We worked together.
Yeah, we did. It was really good.
Hey,
We
hey
are
guys.
people of science.
Guys. Good job. Good job leading. Great job.
Where's my gold coin?
I need you to remember
Oh, okay.
that we're here to help Marisha. I think. That's why we're here, right?
I'm really here because I like the adrenaline rush.
I like adventure.
Uh-huh.
I was promised a gold
Oh.
coin.
Yeah,
Also-
you'll get it. You'll get it if you behave.
I'm
Oh.
also leading us to the bar. That's where I want to go.
Bar?
Mhm.
I want. Let's go. Let's go.
Did you see the giant kegs? I want a
I do.
whole
I
keg.
do.
Marisha is like looking at disgust at all the animals on the wall. She's kind of like there's like you could see like the existential dread like building up in her.
Beer.
You talk, you should be fine.
Wow, is this place racist? I didn't think of that.
She says, as you note at least 3 other tieflings in the immediate vicinity.
Oh, but like to animals, you know? Because
Oh.
I didn't think that there were animal people before, but there are.
There are definitely trophies on the wall. Some of like common animals like wolves and bears.
Is there a mouse?
No mice. No mice.
Okay.
Why
But
the
there are-
fuck would
Mice are
anybody?
so small.
There are some more fantastical mounts as well. You spot on one end of the tavern a wyvern head on display, an owl bear on one corner of the room.
Is there a fish?
No fish, but what looks like some cross between a fish and a lion.
Mm.
Like
It's a literal sea lion.
like an ocean griffin.
No, it's a sea lion, but a
A
literal
literal sea lion. Okay. A lion with gills.
I can show you a picture.
Please.
An actual animal, or is this like Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Actually, I'm gonna have to go
I want
soon.
you to imagine the word sea lion and then think of a lion of the sea.
Okay.
Okay. So
But- That doesn't answer my question. Is this a real animal, or is this Ripley's Believe It or Not?
this
This
is not an
D&D,
actual animal.
baby. That's the head on the wall.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I know this animal.
You would know this animal. You have heard about them before from where you're from.
So quick side note, I actually do have to go pretty soon. I want to say maybe
Okay.
20 minutes.
Should we call it there though and pick up next week?
That's
As you
up to them.
are now entering the Hall of the Knights of Summer.
Yeah, that is a good place to end.